We have an incredible guest with us this morning, Draze. Now, Draze is a Zimbabwean rap artist. He's currently living in LA, and he's here in Zimbabwe. He's the son of Dumisani Maraire, the marimba and mbira music legend. Dumi, Draze, how are you this morning?
I am wonderful. I'm in Harare. I'm home. This feels good. I'm phenomenal.
It's really great to have you. And you know, we were chatting before the show, and I was asking you how long you hadn't been here for.
20 years.
20 whole years. This is a whole adult.
You know what? It goes so fast. You just look up one day and you're like, man. Even when it was interesting because I'm in town because my grandmother, Mbuya Chiora, passed away.
Wow. Sorry
rest in peace to her.
Yes.
But I'm in town for her funeral and then just chilling with some of my uncles. Some of them hadn't been back in longer than that, right? And so it was like...
So it was like the whole family come back and you reuniting. You guys are a really musical family as well. Mm-hmm. Tell us about that. Your music, your love for music, how did it start?
You know, I feel like when you're a maraire, you're going to do music. It's not a question. It's like it's just in you.
Yeah.
Music was never something I thought about, do I want to do? We just did it. Yeah. By the time I was 5 years old, I was playing marimbas and mbiras. As many know, my father went to America and he started a marimba band, Dumi and Mananzi.
Yeah.
And so we played in the band. I played in, my mother had a band, Sukutai, right? And so we played in that band and we traveled the world. They sparked a movement that currently in America, he's known as the person who brought traditional Zimbabwean music to America.
To America.
Mm-hmm.
That is so incredible. You also, Chionisa was your sister.
Mm-hmm.
She was your sister, and you know, we loved her music. We loved everything. Amara Brown is your niece
Mm-hmm.
and everything. So this is like a rich heritage of music within your family. Now, coming back to you, I mean, you're an Emmy Award winner. Mm-hmm. All of these experiences, listen, how did you get there? How did it come about? Tell us about your awards.
The award was, so I write music for television shows. I was looking for, when I moved to LA, a different lane in music, right? Rather than the traditional, put a song on the radio, blow up.
Right.
A lot of us want that, but it's hard to do. And I saw
it's hard to penetrate into that.
Yeah, extremely. It's so competitive. You're literally competing with everyone in the world the minute you go for radio, right? Because we all want that radio spot.
Absolutely.
But I saw that there's a ton of television shows, Netflix, Amazon, Hulu. Everybody's got a network. So I started writing songs for television. And so I've had placements on everything. Love and Hip Hop, Empire, Who Killed Sarah, Inventing Anna, you name it.
The Voice, and there's so much.
Yeah. I have over 6,000 placements on television shows around the world.
I want to shake your hand.
You're
doing such a great job with your talent and your gift. Now, obviously, with your tours, have you done any tours around the world?
Matter of fact, I just got off a tour. So
right.
I did a U.S. tour with Sata Soul from Kenya, also King Kaka from Kenya as well. And we toured the U.S. We went to, sold out all of the shows.
All the shows, full house.
Full house. Atlanta, New York, Seattle, L.A., Dallas. I mean, you name it. We just...
That's busy. That's a busy life.
Yeah.
You know, so, I mean, listening to everywhere that you go, you obviously have a family.
Yeah.
How do you balance that?
I'm very focused on my family. So I will be honest, the lifestyle that I lead affords me the ability, I don't have to get up and go to work. Right? So writing, I put headphones on and write a song, be done. And I could do that in 2 hours and still have all day to do what I want with the family. But I'm a family man first, always. Yeah.
That's very good. I like family men, you know, keeping that. And you also have a podcast with your wife. What is this podcast about?
We created a podcast called Millennial Parenting. Right. And so the idea is, for me, people are losing their morals. Man, you know, being here, you know what's so cold to me is like, watching the rich heritage and culture that we have here in Zimbabwe. In America,
it's not there.
It's chaos.
Wow.
The kids are running the homes. And I was raised with a mother who, you know what I'm saying?
A smack.
So I don't understand this. And so we wanted to create a podcast for people who are like us, looking to recenter. Because in America, you got to get trying to teach them, don't let your children run your home. You have to run the home. You have to set the intention, put a direction.
But, you know, I know overseas and stuff, there's laws about, you know, how you raise children, how you discipline them as well. Is that not contradicting, you know, if a child, that's why they are the way that they are? How do you manage that? And how do you speak on those issues on your podcast?
Well, a couple of different things. There's a difference in giving somebody a whooping and a beating, right? You gotta, you have to find ways to work the terminology, absolutely, and that I'm familiar with. But at the same time, to me, you have to discipline your children. An undisciplined child is going to create an undisciplined adult.
Monster, isn't it?
Yeah.
So that's really chaotic. But I like that you're actually putting giving back to the community. Obviously, how you're raising children and stuff. It's lovely being raised. You were raised here in Zimbabwe, weren't you?
Well,
when did you go to the States?
I was born in Seattle.
Oh, right.
I was born in Seattle, and then my mother sent my brother, my sister, and I back to live here.
Oh, right.
And then we went back to Seattle. So she just wanted us to know. She did something I think I would have never done that.
Yeah.
I think about it now, I'm like, you sent your children,
your little children,
away from you to live. It was that serious to her that we know where we're from. So we lived in Dangamvura, and she wanted us to know, you need to live here. You need to eat the food. You need to walk around. You need to, you know what I mean?
How long was that period in
That
life?
period was just a year, but then we came back several times over the next few years. Yeah.
Oh, wow. That's very amazing. So right now you're back home, local experience with the local artists. Have you met any local artists while you've been here?
You know what? I just got to Harare, so a lot of them are here, but I can tell you, I'm getting with a ton of them over the next few days.
So you are in contact. Do you have relationships with some of the local artists here?
Yeah, I do.
That is incredible.
I mean, I could give you, I know a lot of people like Ashan, I know Andy Murizo, that's my guy, Hilsey, I can go on and on and on, but I know a lot of these guys. We talk, we text, we connect.
Do you produce some of their songs, or are you in production, or whichever it is, like bouncing ideas and things?
Some of them will appear on my album, I'll say that. Wow. I can't give you any names in this moment, but I'm saying, I'm working with some of these guys. And I'm always open to work with people as long as the music is right. For me, it's not about, do you have 1 million followers or don't you?
Okay.
I know that energy often is in the air in Zim, and that's something I'm not about. I'm more about the
talent a person has.
The quality of the music. I'm not working with you if I don't think you're dope. Why? We would never work together.
Yeah.
Why? Because you have followers? I'm good with that.
That doesn't make sense for you. That's really good. And obviously on the local scene, what is your take on our local music? I know you've been listening, you've been seeing a lot of stuff going on. What is your take on that?
I think it's bananas. Zimbabwe is talented. I was with Sata Soul, and we were sitting backstage, and one of them, we were talking about music, and they were like, Zimbabwe has the most talented musicians in all of Africa.
I agree with him.
I pulled out my phone. I said, you're going to have to say this on camera. I need you. And I made them say it, right? And they all agreed, right? So it's so much validation. The talent is there. Now, are there a ton of issues? Yeah. There's a lack of industry, right? Industry is different than your ability to sing. If there's no industry, it can't push forward. Yeah. In addition to that, there's a lot of, that thing I was talking about, follower count, who's bigger, and who's, all of that nonsense.
And it kind of, I love how you actually, because it doesn't put the right people in the front as well. It's just about followings and things like that. Listen, you've been doing this for years, and just sitting here with you, you're like a mountain of richness. You're mature in everything that you're saying. What can you tell the upcoming music person who wants to write songs or go to Hollywood or act or whatever it is? What can you tell them?
I think there's so many things I heard in there and so many people I could talk to. The first thing I would always say is be yourself. Authenticity is all that wins. Why would I want you to be a copy of somebody else when I can get to somebody else, right? And so that's the first part. The second part is get a plan, and an innovative plan. Let me add that word. For me, example, I told you I started writing for television. That was me going another route, right? I had to sacrifice me putting songs on the radio. A lot of people don't know me. The follower count ain't at millions. You know what I mean? But I got money. I can, you know what I'm saying? I don't gotta work a job. You know what I'm saying? I'm saying. So, but now I can, and now I put myself in a position where now I can make the music for the radio and go at that. But I had to secure home. That's being a man, right? You can't negate being a man or a woman, whatever you are. That's a part of who you are. I'm a father. I told you, I'm a father first before I'm a musician. My daughter calls me right now. I'm out.
You're going to answer
I'm gone, right? You know what I'm saying? So I would just say don't lose your values. Don't follow
what's happening in the Western world or whatever it is.
The music I'm making right now, I'm blending marimba and mbira with hip hop to create a sound I call ancestral art. I have a song out right now with Sunny Makalima, right, called Rotate, and it's I'm a piano, but I'm blending different things.
With the marimba, with your heritage, with your roots.
And then, I mean, my song Marisa right now, I mean, shout out to Star FM, they're blasting it right now. ZFM, Power, all of them are starting to play the music. So that's a part of that thing I said, be authentic, be yourself. But you hear me, I'm not sitting here, I get a lot I'm not sitting here acting like, oh, well, I speak Shona. I don't speak Shona, right? And you know how we are. Zimbabweans will give you for not speaking Shona. You know, I was at my grandmother's funeral. You know how many conversations I had to have about, you don't speak Shona.
You didn't learn Shona?
Just like, and so
No, I get it. You were only here for a year, and you know your life has been somewhere else. But you know, it's good to have one or two words in your vocabulary.
Well, I have one or two. You know what the problem is? Somebody will greet you, you greet them back, you start greeting, then they want to have a whole conversation.
Afterwards. I don't speak Shona.
I told you.
Stop right there.
No,
that's absolutely fantastic. So authenticity, be yourself.
Yes.
You know, have a plan. I like that.
Work hard.
Work hard.
If you're gonna be about it, be about it. Don't say you want to be an artist and you're in bed sleeping.
Wow.
You got nothing but time on your hands, and nothing comes to sleepers but dreams. You gotta be active. Let me be clear. I'm about my business. I work hard. I write hard. I go hard, and I'm gonna win simply because my sister always says this, Danai. She always says, even a constant dripping will put a hole in a rock.
Wow.
And if you've ever had somebody just even lightly hit you, even lightly, but after 10 minutes, you'd be like, you know what I mean?
Get you.
Yeah. Be that. That steady, consistent.
Believe in yourself as well and go for your dream.
And trust God.
Trust God.
Yeah.
Always. Thanks so much, really, for being on the show. It's great to have you in Zimbabwe. Welcome back.
Thank you for having me. Please, can I say this, people? Please listen to my new single, Marisa. And Rotate.
You can tell them right in there.
Hey, everybody, please. Matter of fact, call ZFM, Power, and Star FM. Request my new single, Marisa. And you can also request Rotate featuring Sunny Makalima. It's your boy Draze, out here in these streets in Harare.